back to the FSM Prep Rally. I'm Joe Arrigo. With me is Andy Bernal. Hey, we were at Basic High School for a 5A Division II semifinal matchup between Basic and Green Valley. It was the Henderson Bowl 2.0. Ant, you're a Basic alum. You witnessed Basic fall to Green Valley 24-14. What are your thoughts on the game?
A lot of turnovers tonight. We won the Henderson Bowl. Don't forget that.
Okay, but what's the one that matters?
We lost in the playoffs. We lost in the playoffs, but it was a good game. This rival goes back years and years. I was blessed to be a part of it 4 times in my high school career. This won't end it, but shout out to Green Valley, man. They move on to the playoffs. Hell of a team. Coaches peaking. I think they started 0-4 in the beginning of the season. They're peaking at the right time, doing the right things. I think they move on next week, possibly to face or a Foothill winner.
Well, 7 turnovers total in the game. It was 3 by each quarterback as far as interceptions plus a fumble. Green Valley actually won the turnover battle. That actually play. Anytime you have 4 turnovers in the game, you can get those. You're going to win most of those games.
Do you call that a win in battle if it's 3 versus 4?
Well, hey, do you have one more? If you have one more, you win that battle, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at who they're going to play next week. Will it be Faith or will it be Foothill? Plus, we got scores on Gorman and Liberty. Let's check them out right now. Welcome back to the FSM Prep Rally. That was the top 10 scoreboard. And with us now is our player of the game. He went both ways, had an interception, big plays, a lot of receptions too. Gavin Blondeau, all right, man, both ways. What do you see about tonight's game that made you feel you can come in and rectify a loss that you guys, felt you shouldn't have had a couple weeks back?
Yes, sir. So, we came into this week. We know every game in the playoffs is a one-game season, so we just got to find an excuse to win. Obviously, this one meant a little bit more. They took the bowl from us. We've had that bowl for about 9 straight years. They came and took it from us on our homecoming, so that one hurt a lot. So we knew we had to come back, and that put a fire in us for sure. So we knew we had to come back and win. But it's win or go home now. So every single game, we got to find a way to win.
How good does it feel to beat Basic at home in the playoffs after taking a tough loss just a few weeks ago?
Yes, sir. There's nothing like it. This was definitely like a storybook moment. It was they took a big one from us. That one hurt a lot. That one, and especially since if we would have won that game, we would have had the bowl for 10 straight years. So it was a big game. It wasn't just a normal Henderson Bowl, but to win this one, they took the bowl, we took their season. So love it. Love it.
This dude right here. Hey, man, we still got the bowl. I'm an alumni of Basic.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
My dad went here, but.
Oh, shout out to your dad.
Hey, I'm a
What's your dad
Gator
first
for
name?
life. Jason.
I don't know your dad.
So you guys started the season off 0-4.
Yeah.
And looking back now, do you think that prepared you to where you're at now? Now you're playing for the 5A2 championship?
Yeah, of course. That's always been the plan, was get our out of league games, get them. We need hard teams, so we went and we traveled. We had 3 out-of-state teams our first 3 games. We took 3 hard losses. We were in some of those games. We went and played the number 22 team in the country in Sierra Canyon. Those have always been a part of, we've been trying to get ready, play the tough teams because we're not going to see them again. So that'll prepare us for the rest of the season. That's always been the goal. Coach Mauro does a great job of making the schedule. He does a great job of setting it up, and we're thankful. We had some great experiences traveling with the team, but some tough competition, but it definitely set us up for later in the season.
And when you guys went to Sierra Canyon at the time, when you guys was coming back, I was taking my kid to Disneyland. So I seen you guys at the stop at Barstow. And Coach had a plan, man. You guys believe into him.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
How important is Coach, man?
That's the best guy in the world.
Yeah.
He cares so much. So every single game, if we need a reason, we play for him. He cares more than anyone. He cares. So he knows what he's doing. He knows his way around football for sure. But he definitely cares a lot. That's what I love most about him. So I always play for him. I know we all play for him for sure.
You guys have another rematch next week against Faith Lutheran, and I know that game came down to a 58-yard field goal.
Yeah.
So now you got another get-back game. How do you feel? I know it's right after the game, but how do you feel looking forward now into this next week to get prepared against the team that, again, you get your get-back against?
I mean, like I said, in the playoffs, it's a one-game season, so find any way to win. Anything can happen. So it's not that we're gonna be prepared. I know our coaches will get us right, just like they did these past 2 games. We're gonna be right. We're gonna get prepared, and we're gonna go out there and give it to them. I have full confidence in that.
You play with a special energy on the field, man. Who motivates you? Where does that motivation come from?
Oh man, my motivation. I mean, I don't know. I do it for myself. I just love the sport. I'm a wrestler too, so
yeah, you love to hit.
That's what my future is. But
okay.
I just play football because I love it. But
okay.
I mean, if I need a reason, I like to do it for the people before me. People who came through Green Valley, especially in a rivalry game like this, a game they've been playing for however many years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever it's been. But the people who came before me is a big. I got a lot of respect for the school. I got a lot of respect for the alumni. So the people who came before me, if I can't find a reason to do it myself, if I don't want to do it that day, I got people counting on me, and I mean, people. This is a big game, especially this game. So it means a lot to a lot of people. So.
Hell of an answer.
That's a great answer, and
man,
he's got a great do on top of Melon too. Like, how do I get hair like that? Like, I mean,
I don't know. You can thank my mom for that. My dad's bald, so it got to be from my mom.
Oh, your dad's a great guy, then smart guy, handsome man probably too. Man, as a player of the game, you get, of course, the franchise T-shirt. You get that from us, and you got something for him too, right?
We've got the eye blacks.
We got the eye blacks for you, and then we have a
I
franchise
can't
towel.
give
You
no
get it,
money.
summertime, you get it
Cool.
wet.
Yeah, there we
you know what I'm
go. Heck yeah, thank
Get
you
it
guys.
good?
Yeah, you get
And then we got some franchise eye blacks for you.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, we want to show you what Gavin did and the rest of the Gators against Basics tonight. Check out the highlights right here. Highlights from this week's FSM Prep Rally Game of the Week, the 5A2 semifinal between Basic and Green Valley. Green Valley came away victorious with a 24-14 win. Joining us now is Clay Mauro, the head coach of the Gators. Clay, before we get started, Gavin was just with us, and he said something to me that really resonated. He was like, you're just the guy. Like, he loves playing for you. He credited you as not just a coach, but as a man. How does it feel to have that respect from your team?
So, I mean, honestly, you're going to make me tear up. I love that kid. He's a state champion wrestler, so what do you say to a champion? You know what I mean? Like, guy knows how to get to the top of the summit, but he's been one of our leaders. And honestly, he didn't know if he was going to play football this year. He came to me during the offseason and was like, I don't know, I might just stick with this wrestling stuff because he's got Division I offers at wrestling. And I told him, I was like, when are you going to play football again? When in the world are you going to play football again? And he kind of resonated with that, and he's just taking reins. And so for me, as a man, to hear that, I love it because we build our program on love. Like, honestly, and that sounds weird as a football guy to hear love be the thing you grow it on, but I told these guys, like, obviously as a head coach, you want to win championships, you want to get all those accolades, but at the end of the day, like, my dream is to see your dreams come true. Like, because I'll get more classes, I'll have more teams, I'll have more time. I don't got you guys again. And so if your dreams come true, I have succeeded.
You know, I had my questions ready for Coach Cahill, but, I'll switch them up.
Hey, it is what it is. You had your fun at the Henderson Bowl.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to my man said, hey, you guys got the bowl, we got your season. Hell of a statement.
But I got
no, don't play off that.
Well, I'm not playing off that, but what I got to say about Coach Cahill is he's an incredible man. Coach Cahill does a great job right now. I have a ton of respect for Basic. I really, really do. Like, these guys are obviously kind of the deeper Henderson kind of school. They've been around a long time, and they just do a great job of getting their kids to buy in. Basic kids are basic kids, and they fight hard, and we got a chance to coach a couple of them in the All-Star game last year, and they were tremendous. And so I got a lot of respect for Coach Cahill, and obviously we're going to have a lot more battles, so bring your popcorn.
Speaking of buying in, I can see your identity on that team, man. when did you knew you had something special? I mean, obviously a lot of people from the outside looking in see the 0-4 record, see the Sierra Canyon loss. When did you knew you had something?
We knew we had something back all the way in January 6th when we started this thing. I told these guys this week in the team speech that we've spent 7,183 hours together, and I mean, what's a couple more, right? Yeah. But I knew back then when things were going down, realignment was happening, like I had kids in the weight room left and right. They were grinding. They really cared about each other, and that was cool to see because we went 3-7 last year and got our tail kicked. First round of playoffs, 59-0. And so I told them, I was like, guys, it's grind season. From the darkest comes the dawn, right? So and they bought in.
You said something to me pregame that stuck with me throughout the game, and that was, you're playing not playing on borrowed time, you're playing on their time now. And again, to start off 0-4 to where you are now, like looking back at that journey, and the journey's not complete yet. The job isn't finished. What do you take away from that?
I mean, like I said, I told you pregame, like I don't have to give a lot of inspo, right? Like these guys, they understand what the job is, and for me personally, I feel like at this point they're like, we're not done playing football. Like every week is, we're not done playing football. Like we don't want to be done playing football. And when the driving factor is you don't want to be done, like you do everything you can to fight to stay alive. And when the survival instincts kick in, there's a lot of things you overcome with that. So I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud to coach them another week. I'm praying we get to coach them 2 more weeks. But it's gonna be a real fun one over at Faith Lutheran. So
how long will we celebrate this win?
We'll celebrate this win for a grand total of 24 hours.
Bingo.
And then it's to the grind.
Yep.
Last one for me, Faith Lutheran, it's another get-back game. So I know when we were playing, we would check off certain teams. Okay, they beat us here. We've got them again. We can get it. You did it. You did it with basic. Now, I think it was opening week in City, and last-second field goal. Yeah. How big is this game for you for the get-back? Not just to win the 5A2 Southern Section title, but just to get back and end their season.
So, like I told you guys, I got a lot of respect for Faith. I know a lot of those guys over there, and they know me. And so, what, honestly, I couldn't imagine a better Southern League title. I really couldn't. They do a great job over there, but it's one that's really special to me because I know a lot of those guys. A couple of their coaches I coached in college. And so I'm excited to go see those dudes again. It's always a party whenever we get to see those guys, and it's going to be awkward at Grace Group on Sunday because we host them at Grace Group on Sundays.
This guy talking about coaching people. He looked like he should be playing for Green Valley.
Or coaching the Rams.
Oh, aren't you guys sweet? Aren't you guys sweet?
Well, no, Kalani Lewis said that freaking. He said, "Hey, does the coach look like Sean McVay?" We were like, he got the Sean McVay cut. Like, you're winning.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the thing. I mean, honestly, it's not me winning. Players are winning. Our coaches are fixing up for us. I'm just out there making dumb signals happen. You know what I mean? Like, hey, do this. And they fun. But no, it's exciting to see, man. It really is. It's cool to see kids believe in something.
Just want to wish you, Coach, nothing but the best, man.
Thanks,
You're
man.
doing it right, man. I appreciate you. So much to do in high school now compared to when we played. You're doing it from the socials. I don't know how you live a home life.
Yeah.
But I just want to. Yeah, I know you hear it. Just want to say the kids appreciate you, man. Everyone's appreciates you. Keep
and
going.
So if I could just get, it's. So I heard something from Freeman from Notre Dame, and he said something that really impacted me, and that's resonated with me. He said it's not a work-life balance, it's a work-life blend, right? And so for me, like, I have a 2-year-old daughter. It's really hard to coach with a 2-year-old daughter. My wife is a champion. Like, shout out to every coach's wife out there because they go through it for sure. She was here tonight. Love her so much. Her name's Emily. She's awesome. But like with a 2-year-old, right, we have her on the field on Wednesday night practices. Like she comes around, she sits in meetings. Like it just is what it is. Dempsey, my daughter, is the 2-year-old of Green Valley, and honestly, it's cool to see like everyone buy into one thing.
Well, that's it this week for the FSM Prep Rally. Join us next week at a game yet to be determined. We don't know where we're going to be at yet. This is Coach Clay Mauro from the victorious Green Valley Gators. That's Anthony Bernard. I'm Joe Rigo. Make sure you follow us on all social media. And don't forget to subscribe to the franchise YouTube page. We'll see you next week.
Go Gators.